Hare Krishna and welcome everyone to the Sriman Narayaneeyam sessions. Today let's do Dashakam 26 or chapter 26 of the Sriman Narayaneeyam, which is Gajendra Moksham or the liberation of the elephant Gajendra. Okay. Now this chapter corresponds to chapters 2 to 4 of Canto 8 of the Srimad Bhagavata. Okay. As usual, let's read the first shloka and then we'll discuss this chapter. Okay. इन्द्रद्युम्न पाण्ड्यखण्डाधिराज त्वल्भक्तात्मा चन्दनाद्रौ कदाचिल् त्वल्सेवायां मग्नधीरालुलोके नैवागस्त्यं प्राप्तमादित्यकामम्. Indradyumna, a great devotee and the king of the Pandya land, was once absorbed in the worship of the Lord in the Malaya mountains. It was at this time that the sage Agastya approached him. But because he was totally absorbed in the worship of the Lord, King Indradyumna did not notice Agastya Muni. Okay. Now it is common etiquette that when a holy person comes, one should get up and receive the holy man and pay respects, pay obeisances to him, because a holy man is considered to be the representative of the Lord himself. But because Indradyumna was totally absorbed in the worship of the Lord, he failed to notice Agastya Muni. Now the sage gets very angry and he curses the king, saying that he would be born as an elephant due to his haughty nature. Now accordingly, Indradyumna was born as an elephant. He lived on the Trikuta mountain, which is in the center of the Milk Ocean. Okay. Now this leader of the elephants, Gajendra, sported with female elephants on the Trikuta mountains and excelled all other creatures in strength. Owing to his strength and the divinity of that region, Gajendra did not face any hardships of life. Okay, and in this Trikuta valley, there was a nice garden named Ritumat, which was constructed by Varuna, and nearby was a beautiful lake. Once Gajendra, accompanied by his female friends, went there to enjoy bathing in the waters of that lake. There they sported in the waters and caused disturbance to the inhabitants of the lake. And because of this, the leader of the crocodiles in the water, who was very powerful, attacked the elephant and caught hold of his leg. Okay. And a great fight ensued between the crocodile and the elephant. Now this crocodile, in his previous birth, was a Gandharva by name Hu. Hu once, with a lot of women, was enjoying in a river, taking bath in a river, when he pulled the leg of Devala Rishi, a sage named Devala, who was also bathing in that river. Okay, he did it for fun, but then the sage got very angry and cursed him, saying that he would be born as a crocodile. Now Hu repented his actions and he asked for forgiveness. Now the sage, out of compassion, gave him the benediction that he would be freed from the curse when Gajendra was liberated by the Lord. Okay. So this is the story of the crocodile. Now the battle between the crocodile and the elephant continued for 1000 years. Gradually, the elephant started losing his strength. He became weaker and weaker, as this was not his natural habitat, whereas the crocodile, being an animal of the water, remained strong and enthusiastic. Now none of the elephants, his Gajendra's friends, could rescue him from this danger. And it was then that Gajendra realized that when you are in great trouble, there is no one to rescue you except the Lord. Now, under the stress of suffering, his inherent devotion and pure knowledge unfolded. After all, he was a pure devotee in his previous life, right? We all carry with us vasanas from our previous lifetimes. Okay? Here also, Gajendra was able to remember the Lord, and he plucked a white lotus from the lake with his trunk and offered it to the Lord and started singing hymns in praise of the Lord. Okay? None of the devatas came to his rescue, as they thought that this was not addressed to them. And finally, the Lord of Vaikuntha, mounted on his Garuda, appeared before Gajendra. He lifted him. The Lord lifted him, caught hold of him, of Gajendra, and lifted him from the waters and cut asunder the crocodile with his disc, the Sudarshana Chakra. And thus the crocodile was released from his curse. He regained his Gandharva form, okay, and he paid obeisances to the Lord and left. Now Gajendra also attained a body similar, a form similar to that of the Lord. That is, he attained Sarupya Mukti. He got a form that was similar to the Lord, and he accompanied the Lord took him to Vaikuntha Loka. Okay, and the Lord tells Gajendra, he who praises you and me and recites these incidents, recites this pastime of ours, will definitely attain liberation. So it's good to read this chapter 26 of the Sriman Narayaneeyam and chapters 2 to 4 of Canto 8 of the Srimad Bhagavatam, which narrate these pastimes of the Lord. Okay. And the poet Srimelpattur Narayana Bhattatiripad winds up this chapter saying, O Lord of Guruvayur, be pleased to protect me. Now there is a very nice lesson to be learned from this. What is that? Like that, why did the elephant lose? Because he was not in its natural habitat, whereas the crocodile was in its natural habitat. Similarly, we too do not belong to this material world. This is not our natural habitat. Okay, and there is no use fighting against Maya, the illusory energy. We should surrender to the Lord and then try to go back home, back to Godhead, back to our original place, original home. And the best way is to chant and surrender to devotees. Take devotee association. Hold on to the devotee's feet like the crocodile did, because the Lord places his devotees in a much higher pedestal than himself. Okay, so we'll stop here and we'll meet again and discuss chapter 27, which is the churning of the milk ocean. Until then, take care. Hare Krishna. Thank you for watching. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.